Hey, what is up everyone? It's moetechreviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Arctis Nova 7 wireless from SteelSeries. Now this is going to be their mid-tier offering, sitting right below the Nova Pro and the Nova Pro wireless. Now this, at $179, which is almost half the price of the Pros, actually manages to retain a lot of the flagship features that they do have. But I think that what makes this headset different is going to make it the better headset for most people. So let's get into the design and features of this headset. Alright, now the first thing to talk about when it comes to the Nova 7 wireless is the variations that it comes in. So the one I have here is the one that is for PC. There's another one that's called the Arctis 7P, which is for PlayStation. It's going to be the same exact headset that I have here, but it's going to have a PlayStation Blue headband. So if you want to rep the colors of PlayStation, you can have that. And the third variation is going to be the 7X. So that's going to be specially designed for the Xbox since it needs a different USB dongle. So that one is going to be able to connect to everything. It's going to work with PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, as well as Xbox. So if you wanted the most versatility, then you can go for the 7X. But if you're mainly on PC like me, I would go for the PC variation here. Now let's get into the unboxing. Now I have opened this box here and I have been using the headset for around a month, but I do still think it's important for you guys to see the box and what comes inside the box when you purchase this. So the box itself is really nice and compact, and you can see here that I do have the PC variant for this headset here. Once you open the box itself, you do get a game or a figure building game, which kind of looks like this in the end. So if you like games, you've got that going. And then you have the headset itself inside this dust bag. This is not a carrying pouch, just a dust bag here. And then you have the headset itself, very nice and lightweight. That's the first thing that I noticed when I opened the box for this headset. We'll put that aside here for a second. Now inside you do have the manual for the headset. You also get a aux cable, a 3.5 connection. You're also going to get a USB-C cable for charging here or connecting to your PC. And you get a USB-A to USB-C adapter cable, which is going to be nice because, as you can see here, the last thing in our box is the USB-C dongle. So this is a really nice and compact dongle, but I do think it's a little bit wide. So it might get in the way of other dongles that you have connected to your laptop, for example. So that cable is going to help you sort of plug that in with a smaller footprint there. Alright, so now let's focus on the design of the Nova 7 wireless. So in classic SteelSeries style, you get this ski goggle sort of headband here, which is actually really nice, and it feels silky in comparison to the previous SteelSeries headsets. And one difference in adjustments here for the headband or the ski goggle strap is that in previous SteelSeries headsets, you had a Velcro strap that you would adjust. But here you actually have these sort of tabs or push tabs, sort of like a back of a baseball cap. And you have two levels of adjustments for that. So this actually should be enough to either give you sort of a more loose fit or a tighter fit if you have a smaller head. Now also, you do have an adjustment here where you can pull on this here and you can actually make it bigger or smaller. So I think the combination of both of these things are going to make this a really, really versatile headset for any head size really. Another adjustment you can make with the ear cups themselves is you can actually make them lay flat. So you can actually put them or wear them sort of around your neck like this, or maybe flat on your desk. So there's a lot of space here for adjustment, and I think that the comfort level that you can achieve with these is really, really nice. For the build quality itself, the headband is actually made out of a really nice, strong, flexible steel here, which gives me a lot of confidence in the headband itself. But the rest of the headset is made mostly of plastic. I think all of it is made out of plastic. And I do have to duck away one point here. Although I really like the build quality, there's a single connection point here between the headband itself and the ear cup. And this kind of connection doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. It feels kind of like shaky. So if you do get this headset and you want to adjust the height of the ear cup itself, I would probably hold on to the entire sort of bridge here and use that to kind of assist that point, right, and not put too much pressure on the ear cup itself. Now getting into the earpads themselves, SteelSeries here is using this really nice breathable sport mesh, unlike the Pros, which use a leatherette material. So the advantages of this is that this is really breathable, very soft, really nice memory foam filling here. And these don't really put a lot of pressure on your head, especially if you're a glasses wearer like me. These are going to play really, really nice with glasses, especially that the clamping force of this headset is, I would say, kind of like a light to maybe light medium. So it doesn't really put too much pressure on the head. So maybe they don't seal exactly as well as maybe a leather earpad would, but I would give that up for the comfort and breathability here. This even has the microphone integrated into the ear cup. So other headsets have like sort of a removable microphone, but this one just integrates right into the ear cup, which is really nice, and it can just tuck away really nicely. Overall, the design I think is really minimalist. I think it looks really good and doesn't stand out. I think if you were to take this out, because it does have Bluetooth, so you can use this outside the house with a mobile phone maybe, this wouldn't really stand out in the crowd as a gaming headset per se. So overall, adjustments, comfort, and design, I would say it's a really, really good combination, and I would give it points for that. All right, now let's talk about the features of this headset. Now this is going to be really versatile in terms of connectivity because you can connect to two devices at the same time through Bluetooth and the 2.4 gigahertz connection. So the dongle or the 2.4 gigahertz connection can go into your PC or your gaming consoles, and Bluetooth can connect to your phone or really anything else that has Bluetooth. And everything is going to be mixed in at the same time, so you can listen to both devices you're connected to at the same time. And they don't really interfere with each other. So the volume is going to be full for both devices. And in that way, it's going to be really streamlined. It doesn't feel like you're switching between devices. And I think that's really awesome about this headset. Now, the wireless connection over the 2.4 gigahertz dongle is very low latency. I don't really have any hard numbers on latency, but it felt really great in game. I didn't feel any sort of dropouts in connection or any static noises or anything like that. So I felt like it was really on par with the top headsets. Next, talking about the battery life, this actually comes in with around 36 hours of battery life from my testing. And that's through gaming for a few hours every day and using it for phone calls or work calls the whole day as well. And that's actually really awesome. So it's going to give you a few days of usage without needing to charge it. And when you do need to charge it, this actually has fast charging as well. So that's really awesome. I mean, you don't need to plug it in for long if you need to plug it in and you need to use it quickly. You just need to plug it in for those 15 minutes. So in terms of connectivity and battery life, I think this headset is a really strong contender in the market. All right, so this is a mic test for the mic on the Nova 7 wireless headset. I think the mic actually sounds really nice. So this is just a straight recording on my PC without any tuning or EQ. And this is what you can expect to sound like while you're talking to your friends or colleagues on this headset. Now, in terms of how they sound, these are really going for a fairly neutral sound profile. They sound really nice in-game, and directional audio works very well. Playing FPS games, I can clearly make out footstep noises and far distance noises as well. For music, I would say they are just okay. They won't blow your mind away in terms of bass or clarity, but if you're just like me and you want to listen to some music while you're at your desk without changing headsets, or you want to pick up that phone call without too much hassle as you game, then these will definitely do the job and will sound pretty decent at it too. Alright, so now let's take a look at the SteelSeries engine, which is the software that's going to control all of the settings of your headset. Now we're going to be recording this entire portion of the video onto the mic of the headset again, so you have another chance to listen to what the mic on this headset sounds like. Now we're going to go through some of the basic settings on the engine here. So you have a sort of basic equalizer where you can bring some of those levels up and down. And you also have a few presets from SteelSeries that will change the profile or the sound profile of your headset. Whether it's bass boost, which is going to just slightly raise up that bass, or something like smiley, which is going to make the sound a little bit brighter. And that might be a little bit nicer for music. I mostly keep it on flat because I want it to be neutral for gaming. Now looking at the other settings here, you have mic volume, which is just going to change the volume of your mic. There's mic side tone, so this will allow you to listen to yourself as you speak into the microphone, but I have this turned off. There's volume limiter. I would recommend you turn this off because it actually makes the audio much lower than it usually is. And then this is the live mic preview. So this will just allow you to preview the mic as you change settings in here. Within settings, you can actually find a little bit of a setting here for turning off the headset if it's not active for a certain amount of time. And you also have a setting to turn on Bluetooth whenever you turn on the headset itself.
And now that's going to affect battery a little bit, so I keep that off. And you also have some settings for what the headset is going to do if you get a Bluetooth call. By default, as I said, the maximum volume is going to be played on both devices. So that's going to be the most streamlined option. You won't feel like you're switching between devices. Even if you get a call, it's not going to interfere with your gaming session, for example. So I keep it at that. But if you want the call to take over a little bit of the game, or you want it to mute the game completely, you can do that within the settings here. And this will control the brightness of the LED when you mute the microphone, because there's a little LED that tells you that the mic is muted. Now, one other section that we can take a look through is actually the Sonar section. This section controls the headset's settings at a much deeper level, and within the mixer, you actually have a few different settings that you can go into. There's game mode, which you can actually select the specific game from the presets here that SteelSeries gives you, and those are going to give you the best settings for that specific game. You can turn on spatial audio. That's going to give you your 3D audio, so you can have better time pinpointing footsteps, for example, whether they're above you or behind you. That's going to give you that ability there. You have the chat mode. Here you can choose what kind of configuration you want, whether you want it to sound different, whether you want to put some sort of EQ on top of your voice, as well as this noise cancellation, which is actually pretty cool. If you turn this on, it kind of decides what noises it needs to cancel out from your background as you speak onto the mic. But this is a pretty cool software that allows you a lot of customization at a much deeper level than I've seen from other softwares. So SteelSeries here gives you a lot of options with this headset right out of the box here.
All right, so we looked through all the features on the headset and everything that I like about it and dislike about it. Overall, I would say this is an excellent headset. I think this is the best mid-tier headset on the market right now. And if you're looking for a headset that can do Bluetooth and can connect to your other devices at the same time and is really comfortable, then this headset is an easy recommendation from me. Have an awesome day, everybody, and I'll see you next time.